Hey, good evening, LinkedIn. It is friggin' cold in this place, but we'll be right back right after this commercial. I'll be right back. Got a quick show for you. Hey, Tubia, it's cold in this warehouse. Just have to tell everybody. You got to love this stuff, this green screen. And Steve, I bought these big lights. So it's pretty intense. I want to be able to get to the video, Tubia, so I can walk around and stand up because, I mean, this is the warehouse right here, right? Why not do something different and put a different background instead of talking the normal way? Hey, tonight, real quick, I wanted to talk to everybody. It was just a long day, a good one, but there was two companies that said they were going to just hold off on hiring for the next week and a half or two. And you are crazy. And the reason I'm saying that is do not take your foot off that pedal. You have some good candidates right now because I've said before that PUA is ending. Nobody knows what's going on. So there's a lot of candidates calling right now. I don't know about you, but I'm getting calls. So don't take your foot off the pedal. The cost that if you tell candidates, well, we're waiting till December 28th, they're gone. You just lost probably a couple good candidates. And then that's being serious. It's going to cost you more to not hire. I don't care right now during this time frame because with COVID coming back, you don't know, and you better really get everything lined up because I would not turn candidates down. If I had 50 candidates or 50 employees, right, I'm going to have 60 because you're going to lose them, and you just need to keep on them. And the next subject is Tuvia. That's right. Don't take no for an answer. Is the job boards. I've said this before. I was so frustrated again today. Hey, there's Vic. Hey, Vic. There's for Duckenow, for Talent Screening Network, for video resume screening and testing. You're going to love it. We're going to talk about it. But the job boards right now, Career Builder, I'm done in January. And I don't believe I'm going to be going with a job board. I'm going to be utilizing Vic with the Duckenow for the talent screening assessment, video resume to be short. But I'm going to be using a lot of that now and social media because with job boards, it is just getting expensive. Hey, Rob, how you doing? And we got to touch bases tomorrow, Rob, because Vic on here is the CFO of Duckenow for the video screening. So I'll get that to you so you can do it. But what I wanted to say is you got to somehow change up the ads a little bit. So I did some different things today. I ran an ad without a job. That's true. I have a job posting that I'm hiring for warehouse, but I'm being honest and telling them I don't have it. Now, when you think about that, you're going to say, what's the purpose of that? So Career Builder said it was okay. I mean, I'm paying for it. So I was very honest. I have an ad saying, look, I'm building a pool of candidates that if you're looking for a job, now this could be for any job. It could be for customer service, light industrial, professional services. I'm building a pool, but I don't have the jobs right now. But if I have the candidates, I'm going to come after you and then skill market you and then send you off to another client. And I got 6 applications today for a job posting that I did not have a job for. So think about that. Just think outside the box there. But the career board, I mean, the job boards, even Indeed, the click, the pay by click, you got to really be careful. And the next thing is the referral based fee that's really been working well. Just picked up another company. You pay a flat fee for a referral fee for forklift drivers right there. You pay for warehouse associates. Listen, I don't staff for it. I could staff. Oh, let me answer this one. Exactly. This is where I was talking about with Vic is the candidate inventory. See, because I'm trying to reverse roles a little bit. Right now, if you're going to lay people off, if you're not going to hire them, I'm going to build it. And you got to continually change every day. I mean, I say it over and over, but you got to change. You got to, do something different. When I just picked up this new company up near Cabela's over near Hamburg, they went with it. They went with the referral fee base because they said the norm wasn't working. So what do they got to lose by giving ourselves the work? And yes, we're in 2012. Resume game is over, but they're going to go with that referral fee because it's something new. But even like when we talk about the video screening with the testament, it's just like more staffing right now. They are excited. They're really going to start utilizing it. And when you see that person's eyes, when they see Duck and Al and the screening process, I can't tell you what you see in their face. You're like, whoa, and a test and the resume all together in one, and his face, he's like, I got to get this. I got to get this. And also with Duck and Al, you can have it right on your website. So on my website, if you go to www.resultsstaff.com and look under jobs, right? Click on the tab for jobs. All you have to do, watch how easy this is. Click, upload your resume, cell phone, email, and name. That's it. That's it. You're done. You can have that done on any website, and think about that, how easy it is. Now, I have to start pressing the website more. I have to really get into it. I mean, I got it going out there, but you got to really seriously try to think on how to get your website to promote it, because think about it. The job boards, how expensive they are. Think about if you took some of that revenue, right, and you placed it into advertising your website and then really doing a great job on your website, keeping it updated and making changes. Listen, if it wasn't for Vic there helping me out there he helps me out a lot. My website, it's getting there. We just made another change today. We have a long way to go, but we want to make it user friendly. All I want is you. That's all I want. I want you to upload your resume, name, that's it. Then I reach out to you with a text. Automatically, I'm going to text you. I'm going to say, hey, I received your resume and everything, and then I'm going to send you the link to perform the video screening. So exactly. And this is where promote your brand, not jobs board. Right. You always get me. That was a good one. Promote your brand, not jobs board. You're right. Okay. I know what you're saying there. Hi, David, Josh. I want to wish your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks, Joanne. I hope everything's going good. So think about that before, with your website, jobs right there, right? Because promote that website, promote your business, and how easy the candidates, when they call and they say, and I've done it too, when you apply on some of these websites, it takes you to another one, then another one. And half of the time, the people, they get frustrated. They're like, oh, the hell with this. They're not going to do it. So this one's very important when I tell you about it, because I really believe that you need to do this. You have to do it. It's just like promoting, like Vic said about promoting your brand. Listen, on social media, I love to do videos, and I love to be able to say, like, if this was behind me, like I can say Nestle Waters, Nestle Waters, Nestle Waters. Say, but if I was hiring for Nestle Waters, right, which Chris is a great guy, let the companies, staffing companies, say your name. Now, I staff for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 companies that I'm advertising for. And listen, I do as I'm told. If you say I can't say your name, I can't. There's no doubt about it, but it's boring. If you had, picture this, all right, now, and utilizing, would the talent assessment screening, video resume, I'm just going to say video resume for short, it's easier. Think that this is your company right now, and you have a video, right? Just a small video. So with COVID returning, which we all know it's coming, so if you're not reaching out to Vikram or myself for the video resume screening, you got to start thinking about that now and utilizing platforms like this, because you're going to need to get this candidate A. Now, we've advertised social media. Hey, come on down. We're hiring for this job. Go to this. We're going to send you a link to bring you on a platform with 5 or 6 employees. Just envision that, candidates. So you invite them on. If they don't come on, they don't want a job. It's simple. What's the difference if you say, okay, sign into because everybody utilizes your cell phone. This is the most important thing that you have. Everyone has apps that you can go on. So if you're really looking for a job, right, sign in. Now, this is myself talking to 5 or 6 people saying, hey, everybody, I have a job right here at Nestle Waters or whatever company, and this is what you'll be doing, a short video. So if you're really interested, you want to move forward, let's go ahead, and then we're going to bring you to the next step. We're going to send you all your paperwork for your hiring, onboarding. Drug screening is now done online. I'm not going to tell you how. That's a big secret, but it can be done now. You don't have to have them to the office to do your drug screening. The oral swabs, they can do it right online. It's recorded. They really thought outside the box of this one, because now, before, everybody was like, well, backgrounds, everybody got backed up on drug screens you couldn't get. That's no longer the case, because if you haven't learned from now what's happened before, so now let's take it from there. So now we have everybody, you've done your screening. Okay, you've done it. All right, you're hired, but we're going to give you a tour. You're going to work with the company that's behind me. Let's just say, again, this was Nestle's. I like saying Nestle's, but if this was Nestle's, I'm going to say, okay, we have a meeting with the hiring manager or the trainer to bring you on. So now the trainer comes onto this platform with all 5, 6 candidates, right? Talks with you, shows you a short video, what you're doing. Then they go off. Now think about it right there. That's when I would say to those candidates, okay, everybody, what did you think of the job? You saw what you're doing. You saw in the video. Look, this is what you're going to be doing. If you were in a cold storage, you need to see this. Because years ago, we always toured the candidates. Or wherever you go to work, you took a tour. Nobody wants to do that right now, because with COVID and all the rules, this is the future right here. I mean, I just bought these huge new lights to make this look as good. Now it's going to even start looking better. And this thing that changes colors. But this is where it's at. Video screening, video testing, all your testing, your resumes. You're getting people with the virtual look. They would see what this is. You would tell them what they would be doing. You could change the screen. Now you got that candidates. Then when they go off, like I told you, they're going to say, well, Dave, I don't think that's for me. That's awesome. Because that's better than saying right now, hey, Nestle, we got 7 people hired for you, forklift drivers. They're going to show up. Oh, right. You know how that works sometimes. Majority of the times they don't show, with like 2 or 3 of them out of it. So I'd rather say to the client, listen, you got 4 candidates coming besides 7. Now they're going to be upset with you. And the way I look at it, it's like, you know what? You could be upset. It's okay. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's tough. But it's not as hard as everybody thinks. Right now, I've said it before with recruiting. This is not a joke. So machine, packaging, first shift, packaging, forklift, picker, forklift, packing. So when I ran my ads, I just put in there a lot about texting us. So now I get to reach out to everybody. And you call them now, 8 o'clock at night, that's what gets them, because they're home and you can get a hold of them. Now, I know a lot of recruiters don't work 9 o'clock at night. But think about this. Go back to your company, the new norm, right? And ask, you know, I watch my kids. Let's just say a single parent needs to watch the children. You know, think about it this way. I would take that recruiter with everything virtual, right? Everything, video screen, everything, resume, everything. Say, listen, why don't you work from home from like 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, 4 hours? I'm telling you, you'll get more done in those 4 hours, and then they'll be set up for the next day. It's a fact. You'll get a hold of all the candidates that you need. So, and then when they see where they're working, if you allowed me to sit there and say this, you choose what sounds better for you. All right. Hey, everybody, this is Dave Wilson. I was out there with my, cell phone. This is Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. I'm hiring over here at Nestle Waters in Brenningsville, Pennsylvania. Forklift drivers. I'm telling you what, full time. You don't even have to use a staffing company. We're going to reach out to you, send us your resume. We're going to send you a video resume screening test to put on there. Forklifts tests, you can put that on there also. Everybody needs water. It's full-time benefits, no staffing company, $23 an hour. Come down to Nestle Waters and we'll make it work. You don't even have to do everything. Now, that sounded really good, didn't it? Nestle Waters, you would have something behind you. Versus this. Hey, everybody, this is Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. Listen, I got a job over here in Brenningsville, Pennsylvania. The forklift drivers are paying $15 an hour. Bring your steel-toed shoes. You work 6 to 4. Sometimes you don't know whether you're going home or not. It's mandatory overtime. No background needed. Just show up. Do you see what I mean? There's nothing wrong with saying your name. Again, I can't on some of these companies. Now, I'm going to try to convince them. It might take a couple months. But when you go on these job boards on social media, I'm telling you, Vikram, even, and if you see them, Rob and Tuvia and everybody, they are, and I don't like doing them like that, generic. Every single post, and you can see how they're rushing now. I approve a lot of them on the pages. And one company will have 6 right in a row. Boom, 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 boom. And it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. It's the same people. Over and over and over. Listen, unless you're sharing it to 20 different ones, that's where you'll get some. But you could take a link like this, right, for the video resume screening and testing, right? Link that right to on LinkedIn, on your job boards, everything. And you don't have to have them come to your office. You don't have to have, like when I was over Vikram with Mr. Moore there, Timothy Moore, he's like, this is genius. And I'll be talking to him tomorrow. And he's like, I want this. He goes, I want it on my website. He's going to promote the living hell out of it. And he's going to get it. And he's going to be ahead of everybody come another 6 months. I predicted, I was trying to predict what the hourly rate would be. And I was saying $24 to $25. It got close. It was $22.75. The top warehouse jobs, $22.75 an hour, right? But you won't take a chance on a company, say like us, right? I cannot staff. I would love to put staffing in your company right now. Right now, give them, even if it was temporary, just temporary work. But I cannot do it at a 38% markup. Those days are over. And if you're doing it for less, hey, good luck, because I look at a 44 to 45%, and you're going to get all this. You're going to get video screening. You're going to get videos. You're going to get live things done at your event, at your site. But yet you won't think about it. 38 to 44% is hard. It's not much at all, because you got to pay. You got to pay for what you want. You can't expect. I will not. For years, companies, you walk into sales meetings and, oh my God, just another staffing company. Yeah, you're going to promise me the world. Here we go. We got 6 already. What are you going to do? No way. We're going to offer you a different way. We're going to offer you candidates coming virtual right to your desk, where you're going to say, okay, wow, look at this candidate. All right. For admin, it doesn't matter, any industry. Wow, I like the skills of this, the the resume, the testing. I'm going to bring them in. And you're going to feel like you know that person. That's the best part about it. See the smile? You're going to know when Barbara or John walks through that door. Oh, come on over here. They know all. You could put questions about your background. What do you like? Your hobbies. They're the kind of things that you want to make that person feel comfortable. So they already done a couple questions. You've saved. You could probably line up 5 resumes. 5 people from the screening, 5 easy, and probably hire 3 out of 5 because the percentage that it gives you. I'm telling you, look at the smile again. It's just that you have to. I bang my head every day, and Vic knows it. I try to convince, and I see the people, but it's when you get this involved. Look, I'm just not a boring job person. I don't know how many people are watching this, and to me, as long as one company takes that suggestion and says, "Hey, how do you get that video screen?" Talent, reach out to me. I handle New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Reach out. We'll give you free 30 days. 30 days for free. You hear that? Let me tell you that again. If you reach out to me or Victim at Duck and Al, right? 30 days free. And the plans are built for you. It's just like Timothy Orbit Moore staffing. Well, what's it going to cost? We don't know. They're set. We will figure that out because the usage. What's your usage? Because you can't just say, "Hey, I'm like Vic. I'm one recruiter, and we have 2 people." It's not fair that how could a smaller company handle that versus a corporation and what they pay? If you think about it, it's just being fair. So this can relate to. It can go to a doctor's office, and if a doctor was looking for somebody for his office, listen, they don't utilize a job board. They could put this screening out here and just choose a person, and they're not going to pay thousands versus a corporation that has a lot of people versus only 2. Vic's got it set up to where it's very fair. It's really priced. It's not priced bad. It's really worth your efforts, because think about when you have that 2 interviews or 3 interviews, your whole afternoon is shot. I'm sorry, it is, because you're looking at the piece of paper, the resume, and it's not. I'm not saying it's not bad, a person, but you'd be like, "Well, I thought you said," "Well, I thought you know what I mean?" So think of it that way. And the other thing, one of the other complaints that I still hear a lot of, and I'm guilty of it just as much. I have 13, 14 calls and messages. Reach out, back out, call the person, have that discussion. Listen, we didn't hire you, or send the email, text, something. Now, with Duck and Al, what utilizing the video resume screening there is, if you don't get the job, we can send a text right to you, right from the portal. And you can just type in what you want. You don't even have to type the number. It comes right off there when they type it in because they've uploaded it. Listen, John, you didn't get the job, or because, and boom. But that doesn't mean that it's over from there. It doesn't mean it's not over, because John is a living person. It's real. So next week or 2 weeks, when the company calls back and says, "Hey, do you have any, anybody special in electricians?" Well, you might have had one that didn't get hired. You'd be like, "Yeah, let me send you one." There's a person. There's the test, everything. So I hope you get the point there. It's not all about the money. It's the savings of time. Because if you really want a job, you'll do it. Now, if you don't like to do videos, that's okay. They set it up with audio. So you can do an audio screening. Now you might say, "Well, that's kind of weird." You answer the questions. Why? It's no different than me looking at this little lit up eye light and I got a freezer behind me. But think about it. You can do it with audio. Hey, Bill, there he is. How you doing, sir? He's always on at night. But think about that is you can do an audio one. You could still get the same. So if somebody asking you a question, what are your qualifications? Because when you're looking at, like, say, market manager or project management, you know how that goes all over the place. You could be in sales everywhere. You could be just like even sales too, because when I get calls like that, well, you look at a 4-page resume, you're like, wow, seriously? But with the video screening and a test, think about, you can say 2 to 3 minutes. You can talk all about it. You can say, this is what I want, and this is what I need. Lena, I'll be calling you tomorrow, and she's at 12 o'clock. I got to make sure I call her at 12 because she's found some companies that she wants to work for, and we're going to send the video over. But my point there is she got everything in sales. She's done everything right. She went to college. She's worked part-time. Then she got into working for sales at a jewelry company, right? Now she's ready for that next step for her career to start it. So we've taken that journey. We're excited for Lauren because it's Lauren. So we've taken it now. Now we got to get that. And she's like, well, I don't have as much sales experience. But some of the companies, if you see these people, but if you see some really candidates, you're going to be surprised what you could do. I look at some of the candidates and say, wow, I don't have an opening for that position, but I bet they could fit in this position. And I would offer, I'd say, hey, we're not hiring for this, but we have this job, because that's where the training comes in. The training comes into where you just have to train the people. These days, right now, I over and over and over, when clients tell me no, right, and they can't find the people, or not to look in a Hamburg area, not to look in Allentown or Albertus, anything like that. Oh, you'll never find somebody. That's what I want. I want somebody to tell me no, because that's when you pull out the maps and you sit there on social media and you say no, keep saying no, because there's somebody in there that wants to work. You just have to get that message to them. So whenever a company says no, we say yes, because I love that challenge. Am I finding a skill set on social media? Let's just say when you have software engineers and you have, you're putting on LinkedIn and you're going Dice and you're doing all these different things, social media. It took me 2 weeks to find somebody. He wasn't fully qualified, and I don't even know how I found him. I got lucky. I spent like $38 in 2 weeks. They're on there. I just have to figure it out. And as soon as I do, it's just I bought another book and I just study at night and how to work that. Facebook is, but people are on there. They are on LinkedIn. Like right now, this is going to 5 different platforms at once. So 5 different pages, and YouTube and LinkedIn, all of it. So a lot of people are going to see this. So and it's the right ones that see it. But my point there is, just think something different. Try it. Reach out to candidates and, do something different with shifts. I've seen some companies, to talk about real quick, changing up the shifts. They put a shift one Saturday, 6 to 2, and then a Sunday, 2 to 10. And people are taking it. And some of them know that they're not going to stay. But for right now, it fills the positions. And utilizing the video resume, and it, like I said, again, the talent assessment screening platform, I got it. It can be utilized for all industries. Everybody says, when they say, well, warehouse people, they are not going to do it. How do you know? How do you know they won't do it? So what are they, a different type of person? It took me a while to say that. Like, what are they different? What's different? Okay, go to your phone, upload, do a screening. Okay, well, what if I don't speak English? If Spanish, right? Let's just say. Well, you do the questions in Spanish. No different, because Vic told me that. I was like, well, how am I going to get? You write the questions in Spanish. That's it. So for bilingual and all that, different nationalities, everything, it doesn't matter. You can use it for that. So don't ever say that you can't utilize it for all different platforms, because the way I look at it, if for even like a forklift drivers for in the warehouses, if 10 people I reach out to let's say 4 of them did the video screening, right? I guarantee, but pretty much 2 or 3 of them are going to get the job. That's how much I'll put myself out there and say, because not all of them, because the ones that don't want to work, they don't want to work. Simple. If they don't want to work, they're not going to work. They're going to give you every excuse. I think in staffing, I've heard every excuse imaginable. No, I shouldn't say that. Something always changes. Something always goes on within staffing to where something has come up, regardless, because if you want a job, you'll do what it takes. I have some really, really awesome candidates, and it bothers me because you really want to help them. And then when, like I told you before, when I hear companies saying, well, we're going to slow down a little bit, I'm like, oh my God, no, don't do that. Don't, because you might not think about it being in the corporations. And it's hard for when you're in a corporation to be able to be honest. And what I mean by that is you can't say what you really want. You got to be that political correctness. And it's a little bit different for myself because I like just very candid and open and honest. And I'd rather have somebody telling me that the way it is and not just making it up to sound good, because the jobs that we have, listen, if you call us up and you give us a job that we don't know about, we have the resources to reach out to provide that service for you. So we won't say no. We will find the people to do that for you. I was asked last night, do you do medical staffing? And I told the gentleman, I was like, no, but I said, we can staff for them. And he's like, well, what have you done? And I said, well, tell me what you want. And he was telling me, and then I said, okay. So what I would do is I would do my really research. I would do the research. And he didn't call back. And I thought about it. And it doesn't matter to me that he didn't call me back, because in staffing, with everything being virtual now and everything, like I said, with Vic, with all the keywords, you can tell me what you want. I will send you a PDF, right? And you're not a PDF file, and you're going to look at it, you're going to fill it out, what you're looking for. Exactly. And it could be a certain type of doctor, right? Mad scientist, anything you want, right? As long as we have that, like with Vickham, what I like what they do at Duck now is they do one question. Hey, Amy, here she is. You're still awake after last night's show. That was great. But think about it. One question for like a doctor or a nurse or a software developer. One. No think time. So when they open it up, no think time. Right there's your question. Answer it. And you think about it. If they don't know the answer to that first question, look how much time that just saved you. Look at the smile again. Because I've been learning how to try to find the skill set. Listen, I'm honest. I'll find anybody. I will figure. It might be too late for you, but on social media and all the new platforms of getting out there and being able to utilize such a powerful screen. And like I said, soon I'm going to be able to do walking videos and talking. So if your company, even some of the bigger companies, you can make the change at small branches. You can change it. There's no explanation why, besides all the red tape, legal, right? To do this. This is illegal. To have your company, you're proud, you work, you promote your company right here. Let's just say this was Nestle Waters again or something. Clean, show the environment, show the candidates where they'll be working, and you can do it. It's not hard to do an invoice for every 2 weeks or something for hiring people. It's not hard to find somebody to do some videos for you. It's not hard to find the candidates utilizing the video screening resumes and the platforms like this and the job descriptions and the live videos and working together with the company. It's not hard to go and call each other and talk and say, it's your problem. No, it's both our problems. So when a company says to me, well, that's your problem. No. It's our problem. You should be talking twice a week. Twice a week, you should be talking to your customer. Now, I'm guilty. last year before my former, it was hard. Let me tell you, it was hard, but I wish I would have done things differently. And that's what I mean by now, because meeting with your customer and hearing what they say, what we learned last night from Andre is just shut up and listen. And they're going to tell you what they want. And that's the best thing. And when you can put in your virtual world with the message that you're sending, that you're hiring, this is what it's about. And yeah, it's 9:37 at night, but there'll be candidates watching this, because I know I'll start getting the texts on there and they'll respond. And tomorrow, then I'll even reach out to them tomorrow, because this was different. This picture you could have in any type of a warehouse. If I was in cold storage, truthfully, if I was in cold storage, I'm going to talk forever, but I would have the video of it, because I'd rather show someone what cold storage is to work in. It's a lot. That's why partnership is a two-way street. But if I've done cold storage staffing before, and if you think that you're going to bring somebody in new and you walk them in there when it's minus 20, they give you all that equipment. You've watched people in there have done it for years. Show it. When you're talking, your breath freezing, show it in the video. Because your chances of the person not showing up, because then by the weekend, everybody's saying, well, you don't want to work in there, man. It's like minus 20. But you do have candidates that when I run ads, and if you run them in certain areas, they know cold storage. Oh, I've worked in 20 years or 10 years. They're the ones that you want. And you'll find some from family members, referrals. Get the referrals. Get that in cold storage, anywhere really, but get the referrals. Talk to your friends. And then even I was talking today is for in here where I have the interns. I'm going to offer them, the incentive to find those jobs. Listen, some of the recruiters don't only get paid a salary. Right now on a staffing end, I would be saying, listen, let's give out some gift cards. We used to do it like if you have work everybody in a warehouse, I'll give them all a gift card, let them stay for an extra couple hours, right? Try to incentivize your candidates. I mean, your recruiters. It's changing. This whole process that I beat my head over and probably going to lose all my hair over it's to bring awareness out there, and if you're not doing these kind of things like Amy with your podcast, I'm sorry, but look, I mean, doing a podcast now, and Amy's been on the show and she loves talking to everybody. She was on last night with Andre, and you get to know her. This is our world. This is it right here. So on social media, take it to your next level. Take it to the next level. I have Amy, believe it or not, I have the intern. She's coming Tuesday. I'm going to be on Pinterest. Go for it, girl. Go for it. I have no clue, but I'm going to go on Pinterest. I have no clue how I'm going to do jobs there, maybe with flowers or cookies. I don't know. But you know what? Lalani, do it. She said she's going to make the account and work on it and figure out a way to use it for jobs. So not only that, but Fever app. I didn't even know, and Vic, I haven't told you, Vikram, you can put your service on other apps that I've never heard of before. So you can put your service on there. So it's just another avenue. And I know, no, bigger companies can do it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's hard for them, red tape. No, they can do it. They just choose not to because they think they could there's a lot of red tape, and I get that, but you can do it. If you have leaders that will sit down and talk it out and not be afraid to say what you want to talk about. Why don't we do this? No, that ain't going to work. Why not? Try it. Video with the video resume screening, right? Why not try it? 30 days free. 30 days free. I will get you a free demo, do a free demo for you for 30 days, and you get to utilize that for free. And then take this platform. It only costs you $45 a month. That's it. It's going to increase as it gets better and better. But think about that. For a branch, $45 for this. Nice lights. think about it. Professional setting, have fun, you know. So on that note, whoa, 40 minutes. I am going to get going. Got a great shows tomorrow. I am being interviewed by the CEO of Staffing USA at 3. And then we have David Stearns of Haley Marketing, 8 o'clock at night. That is going to be awesome. We get doing the interview and learning a lot about Haley Marketing, top notch. And so is Staffing USA or USA Staffing. So I'm looking forward to that interview. I usually don't get interviewed. It's the opposite way. So I'm kind of excited. First time that you sit there and you get asked questions. So I get to sit back and relax a little bit. So on that night, everybody have a great night, and we'll be talking to you soon.